Welcome back to Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Sunday. It is 7:18 p.m. Just got the chickens into bed. Only one little youngster had gotten out of the fencing that I had to take care of. But yes, the chickens are in bed and I need to do a video to give you some updates. It has been 2 weeks since my birthday party. I do still plan on doing a birthday party recap thank you video. I have been trying. I want to talk about everybody and bring up their channels, and so my computer just is not cooperating with that level of video recording and editing. I've done it before, but not to this extent. So, and then you redo it like 4 times in a row, and then it's just not authentic anymore. And so I had to scrap that for now, and I'll rethink it. But I do plan on doing something. Yeah, 2 weeks since the birthday party. Some of you will notice Drew's Lens had a video out last night, and he showed, I'll put a link down to his channel below. His video showed him spreading out the gravel on the geotextile landscape fabric, and that was done right before my birthday party 2 weeks ago. And then so I still don't have a vehicle. Here's an update on that. Still don't have a vehicle. The minivan is having to wait on, it's supposed to go in this week to the shop here in Waldron. You gotta wait for them to have the space and the time. So that'll go in this week, I hope. And then Boss Hog is, Drew's just hasn't had time and hasn't figured it out. So I have no vehicle. So I've been relying on Mike Dogman. And I do have some footage of the past 2 weeks. So nothing's been done up at the new place. I haven't been going anywhere except for getting a ride. And that's just kind of how things happen when they happen out of your control. But I have gotten some video the past couple weeks. Mike and I did take some video. Mike and I went on a trip up to Fort Smith, and we hit some stores, and I will show you the footage of that. All right, we're on a little adventure to Fort Smith today, me and the dog man here. And we stopped by the auto shop to drop off my minivan, but they're full up, so we'll try it again next week. He said he can get to it next week probably. I gotta call him in. But Mike was telling me about this Ollie's. Anybody ever heard of Ollie's? I'd never heard of Ollie's. But I guess they got surplus and bulk and good prices. So we're doing some shopping, and it's gonna be fun. Then we're going to Aldi's. And then I don't know. Oh yeah, we're here. There's supposed to be a Chuck E. Cheese over here. Can we go to Chuck E. Cheese for lunch?
Too old.
We're too old for Chuck E. Cheese. They got beer. That's how they get people like us in there, but I don't want any beer. All right, we're going to Ollie's. We'll see what they got. Let's take a look around Ollie's. Full-size mattress was $220, now $190. This is my first time in Ollie's. Mike suggested it. I'm looking for some cheap flooring for a friend, and Mike said this is the place to go look, and he was right. They had a whole bunch of different, like Armstrong, which is a good name brand, you know, vinyl planking. Then they had just, you know, inexpensive stuff. And this was $1 per square foot, which if you've ever shopped for flooring before, you know that is a bargain. But yes, now I know where to shop. I had never heard of Ollie's. They've got, it's not a grocery store, but they've got like dry good. You know, they'll have chips and laundry detergent and you know, stuff like that, but it's not a real grocery store. And Mike compared it to Big Lots, which is something I was familiar with around Illinois growing up. But yeah, Ollie's, a bunch of Armstrong flooring for around $2 or less per square foot. Not a huge selection like a big box store, but you might be able to find something that you really need as far as flooring goes. So I was glad to be able to pass that along to my friend. And then I think Mike got some of these lights, but they just plug into a regular one, 13 bucks, and they're LEDs and they're super bright. That was like a shop light for 20 bucks. Those are good deals. Tarps, I have bought a lot of tarps over the past few years. I don't know the quality, but those were certainly good prices. Sheets starting at $9.99. That is not a bad deal at all. Ollie's is a good place if you're, needing to just moving somewhere and needing to get a bunch of household items. I would definitely check out an Ollie's if there's one near you. Mike found reading glasses for a fraction of the price of what he just paid for some. Ollie's also has quite a bit of kitchen items. They're not paying me for this. I was just excited. Like the small pan was like $7. The large pan was like 12 bucks. Again, if you're just moving somewhere and need to re-equip a kitchen, there's 6 glasses for $10, and a lot of good deals. Definitely worth checking out. And yeah, here was 4 pint beer glasses for $6. Okay, Ollie's was a success. I didn't buy anything. Mike got some lights or something. Now we're going for lunch. Yes, we are. The best buffet we have found in Fort Smith so far is the Western Sizzlin'. Yeah. And right after lunch, we headed over to Aldi, and Mike has never been there. All right, the best time to go grocery shopping is after you pig out at a buffet, because then you're not hungry. And we're here at Aldi. I got my quarter ready. You get your quarter back, and this is Mike's first time. We heard something clanking. He's checking it out. Half a pound of mushrooms for $1.49. Yeah. Bagels are like $2. I shouldn't be eating bagels, but before I moved to Arkansas, yeah, there's some con queso. See, I came home after my birthday with way too many chips to get rid of. $1 a pound cheaper on the beef. I used to do all my shopping at Aldi's before I moved down here to Arkansas because I got some good deals. Finally, I was able to make it up to my new property. First time since my birthday 2 weeks ago. This was on Friday. Mike, Dogman, gave me a lift up there to the Boonville area. We met Drew and Lindsay, actually ran into them at the gas station on the way up. And very soon after we got there, the truck arrived with the first load of shale rock. And I'm still scrambling to get everything ready. They got to get paid. So yeah, that was all pretty good timing. That is shale. It is, it's kind of a mixture of sizes. It's a soft rock, so when you drive on it, it crushes down, and then it eventually, hardens up, and it's a good base material. It's what my driveway was built out of, and that's the base for the driveway. I'll drive and I'll add some rock on top of it in the future. Anyway, so basically what I'm doing with all this shale is building another driveway, and we'll be talking about that for the RV pad. And then I also want to be able to drive up to a storage shed and unload stuff from the back of a vehicle. So having to work around mud all the time, it's just not conducive. So putting in a good driveway system that's imperative for what I want to do on my homestead. So the first load of shale was delivered, and I'm walking up. We're facing north, so I'm walking up to, this is almost the corner of where the house will be. You can see that large pine tree right in the middle of the dump truck and the backhoe where Lindsay's at. I'm basically extending the driveway. It comes off the lane, and then you'll take a left over to that big pine tree, and there will be a driveway extension from the back of the cabin over to the pine tree. And yep, so that's the plan there. That will be easy for somebody with a camper to drive over there and park. and it'll also be easy for me to back up to a storage shed, which I definitely am going to need. All right, so yeah, when's all this stuff gonna happen? This stuff will happen when it happens. I don't know when. You cannot predict such things. I've been in contact with several shed companies, and I have to be ready before there is no. Yeah, here's how that's gonna work. Say hello, Bob. Say goodbye, Bob. Here's how that's gonna work. Once I'm ready, I will call up the shed delivery companies and tell them I'm ready, and then they will call me back and tell me when they are able to fit me in. I will not be their number one priority. They are not going to set a date, Wednesday, blah, 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 1 p.m. That's not how they operate. There are too many variables involved. Their biggest customer are the shed sales places. So how many sheds are going to be sold that weekend? How many deliveries do they have that week? That's their number one priority before somebody like me. So they're not going to know until, I'll probably get a call on a Tuesday saying, hey, looks like we're going to be available Thursday or Friday if it doesn't rain. Yeah, another factor that's big into that stuff. I'm set up where they probably could deliver it to me in the rain. My house could be delivered. My storage shed, we're not ready for that. That's what we're doing right now. That's what all this driveway shale is going to be for, so that I don't have to worry about mud and getting around on my property when it is raining. So yeah, there's I don't know who's going to do it. I don't know who's going to be available first. I still have stuff to do. We need to one thing in talking with the shed delivery companies is going to save me a ton of money if I can do both of them on the same day. The storage shed and my house shed. If I can do both of those the same day, it's going to be a lot more than if they have to come back 2 days in a row. So being ready for the storage shed and the house, that's imperative. Also for the house, I need blocks to put them on. But I need 54 of the, what are they, center blocks, cement blocks? I always forget which ones. 54 of those for the house, and I need some of the 4-inch solid ones. What did I figure? 16 of those, and then I'm also going to want some for the storage shed. So I have to get the blocks there before the house delivery. And I almost talked Mike into helping me pick up a load, and I'll keep working on that. What I did last time was when I went into Lowe's in Russellville, I picked up 10, 15, 20, probably closer to 20 at a time, and did that over a few loads, because I'm going to need probably 70 to 80 blocks and probably 20 of the 4-inch solid ones. So yeah, that's got to be done. What else has to be done? My house, shed to house, is cleared out. There are some things that have to be unattached. That won't take long. I will need a little bit of help for that. I'll need a vehicle to get up there so that I can get that arranged, but that shouldn't be a big deal. And so yeah, and then once I'm ready, I'll be giving the shed companies a call, and they will fit me in when they can fit me in, weather permitting. And so I don't know who's going to do it. I don't know when it's going to be done, and that's just the world as it actually is, instead of how simple it seems to be in some people's minds. Yeah, more shale going in there. I don't know what the angle is, but this is starting to turn out better than I even envisioned it at the beginning. So yeah, it's getting exciting. Not having to deal with the mud, that's going to be awesome. And then also having that storage shed in place. I want to have it there so that when I'm running the electric and water, I'm also running water and electric out there. Electricity to the shed, and also electricity for an RV to hook up to. And then I want water out there, spigots for the chickens, and water for an RV to hook up to. So getting all that done at the same time is it just saves you a lot of money. Same way with, you know, moving a shed, moving them both on the same day, not at the same time, but moving them on the same day saves you a bunch of money when they have to, instead of them having to make 2 trips. All right, I've got a couple more minutes to kill here. Yeah, so to reiterate, I need blocks, I need a vehicle, and there's just nothing that's out of my control right now. If Drew can get Boss Hog going, otherwise I'm waiting on the minivan. And even then, there's only so many blocks I could haul in those at a time. I'm needing a vehicle to get it up to my old place to get the shed house disconnected and ready to go. I want to take down some of the shelves and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's I was hoping to have it done in September, but now I'm hoping to have it done in October. And a lot of things are out of my control. Like that day, if it had been raining and muddy that day, there's no way I could have gotten all that shale delivered, because that truck would have been 18 inches deep in mud right there. So you know, where that truck is parked is that's all going to be a driveway now, so I won't have to worry about it during the rain. And yeah, Drew got another flat tire on the backhoe on Friday. So yep, that's another thing you can't count on. You know, he wants to come out there and put in 4 or 5 hours. Well, you know, 2 hours have to be spent going into town and getting a
all right, we're headed to lunch. I got one, you can see the lanes out there in my driveway. We got one load over here. I'm gonna turn this into like a parking pad, turnaround spot. And then I got 5 loads over there. And basically what we're doing is building another driveway over to that big pine tree. And then that'll be the RV pad, and storage shed will go off to the right. And so that's that. We're going to lunch. I'm going home. Mike is giving me a ride home, and Drew and Lindsay are getting a tire fix for the backhoe, and then they'll be back at it, and hopefully they get film of it. All right, I gotta go to lunch. Mike's already ready to go. All right, we're here at the buffet. Is Mike back there? He's already walking in. All right. Mike, dog man, was kind enough to give me a Saturday morning so I could come up here and tell Drew what to do. And so now I'm taking them all out to lunch at the Chinese buffet, and I'll talk to you later.